Hello fellow mechanics. Today I'm going to be reviewing this US General Series 3. This is the new tool chest from Harbor Freight. I'm going to be reviewing this and comparing it to my Husky 56 inch. These are both 56 inch. As you can see, right off the bat, a lot of the stuff you see on YouTube is with the hutch, which is just a big hollow open space instead of the drawer setup. Beats me as to why anybody would want that. I couldn't use that. This is my top hutch on my Husky, organized. Imagine what it looks like when I'm not trying to impress you for a video. It's horrid. So me as a human, when I see a flat surface, I just want to put stuff on it and keep putting stuff on it. So if I had that hollow hutch, it would just be full of junk. It wouldn't be usable at all for me. For me, a toolbox is just for my tools, and that's all I need it for. So I got the top chest, or whatever you would call it, instead of the hutch. All right, a few things. I'm not the person that tells you to subscribe to the channel. You can look at, I do mostly like car projects on this channel, a lot of GM stuff, some Toyota stuff, some Lexus stuff. So if you're into that, you could subscribe. If you're just into toolbox stuff, I don't really make toolbox videos, so don't subscribe if you're into toolboxes. I don't do content on Mustangs. You can probably find that on TikTok. Okay, the price on the Husky is around $1,300. It's funny because when I bought this like almost 3 years ago, it was like $1,100 or $1,200, I think, and the price has gone up on this. Whereas the US General is around the same price. It's around $1,400, I believe, for this and this. Well, I think it was maybe, if you sign up for the little credit card that you get in store, you can purchase it and you get like 15% off the whole thing. So I think it ended up $1,400 at that point. So it's probably around $1,600. So it's probably like $300 more than this. I wrote some notes down to keep me on track so I don't just start rambling a lot. Okay, so first note was why I bought the top chest. I just explained that to you. Second note is Harbor Freight loads it for you. That's a question I had when purchasing this. Like, am I just gonna go to Harbor Freight in my SUV and be able to load it in there, or how does that work? They said it's best to bring a pickup. You can do 2 loads. You can do separate loads if you want to buy a bottom and a top. But they have a forklift there around the side of the building, at least at my Harbor Freight. There's like 3 Harbor Freights in my city. Around the side of the building, me and my buddy just pulled up with a pickup and they forklifted it onto there. So that's cool. They don't just give you the box and leave you stranded out in the parking lot trying to get it loaded into your thing. They told me not to film loading it, but I did anyways because bad boy, you know. Once we got the US General Series 3 to the house, I was very pleasantly surprised with the packaging. It was really well packaged, and you've probably seen in the other videos. In this second to last drawer down here, there's a ramp inside of here, and then there's also, I haven't even opened this box of like random hardware. I'm not sure what's in here. I guess I probably should open it. Oh, it's a handle. It's a big old handle in case you want to put a handle on your thingy, and by thingy I mean toolbox. It's like that knurled metal. Let me get you a close up here. It's that nice knurled metal. Oh, that's really cool, actually. I don't ever use toolbox handles, but I might use that one. The other thing that comes in this drawer is your power cord. Let me show you. Your power cord plugs into the back. You also have like your pass-through for your grommet pass-through on the top of your hutch, but this is how this cord, it's just a standard, let me show you. It's just a standard computer power cord. You could just plug in a shorter one if you want, which is probably what I'll do. It plugs into the back. I'll show you where. So here's the back of your toolbox. This is where that power cord plugs in right there. And that directly corresponds to where your power drawer is, but we'll talk about that later. We weren't able to lift this top chest on top of the bottom rolling bench with just us and our tiny little baby girl muscles. So we used a forklift, and that's how we got that on there. We just kind of put it where it was kind of level, and then we just scooted it off onto this.
Weak, strong.
There is no, on the Husky, there's an L bracket, a corner bracket that goes on the corner that secures both the bottom and top together. This one is just set on top and that's it. It should be fine. There's like these kind of lips that it sits behind so it's not gonna fall off, where the Husky is just a straight, flat thing. Now the height of this is a little bit taller. So the hutch here on this Husky rests right up here at my beard line. And this like rests at my mustache line almost. So this is a little bit higher, but again, this is only used for just like throwing random stuff on. And I'm not really concerned with how high this is or how high this is. It doesn't make a huge difference to me. The main concern for me with this toolbox was this drawer right here. So you have your socket drawer, and right underneath you have a full length drawer that is for wrenches. Now in my Husky, I have a wrench drawer and it's this size. And when I open it up and you look inside, everything is strewn about. There are 3 organizers in here and I can't fit any more than that. So the rest of my wrenches have to be strewn about in order to fit them all into this drawer. So let me show you what it looks like with all these wrenches put into a bigger shelf. Watch. Look here, huh? Look at that. See how much more space I have for wrenches? Now, are they all just gonna get thrown back in there like they were in there? Probably. All the loose ones are gonna get thrown back in there, but I can buy at least one more wrench organizer that I can put some of these on and kind of organize 2 sections of wrenches over here that I know are organized, and I can kind of keep them organized. And then all my specialty wrenches are over on this end. If you work on cars any amount, you're kind of going to start a collection of just like specialty wrenches you're going to find in random places, and things are going to pop up and you're going to buy them, and so they take up space. They have their own little organizers and stuff, but sometimes you need these things. Okay, let's talk about the drawers. The drawers on the US General, they are not a soft close like the Husky. The drawers on the US General, you just slip this, there's a release all the way down it, as you'll see in this B-roll. Instead of the old Series 2, there was just one release at the very end of the drawer. These have the release the whole way down, so wherever you grab, you can grab it and slip it, pull it out, and then instead of a soft close, you just gotta, boom, shut it like that. Now the Husky on the other end has the soft close. The opening mechanism is different on the Husky as well. To release, you just simply lift up and it releases, and that's it. I like the opening mechanism better than I like the US General, the sliding thing. It's like sometimes it registers that you're unlocking it, sometimes it doesn't register. Like it feels like it doesn't move enough, but it's actually unlocked. This one, like it's boom. Like you get that tactile, like it's unlocked. And if you don't unlock it, it's not gonna open. So a good theory in life in general is that you will get used to anything and you can adapt to anything. So you will get used to these handles. It's not bad at all. Like this is a general regular toolbox. It's actually a US General regular toolbox. But I got kind of used to and spoiled by the soft close mechanism here. And but look, see this, it's not really closing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Is it gonna soft close? It's not. Is this one gonna soft close? It is. So you get kind of used to that and you get used to these. Now, 100%, I don't know if I'll ever like this mechanism, the sliding, as much as I will like the lift up and pull. That's one thing the Husky has going for it for sure. But this wrench drawer makes up for all that for me. Let's go to my next note, smooth finish. So the Series 3 is a very glossy, smooth finish, where the Husky is like, let me scratch them so you can hear. Put my mic up to it. Hear that? Hear this? You don't hear nothing. This is a gritty, matte finish. This is a smooth finish. The only reason that would matter to you is if you want to put stickers on your toolbox. I can't really put a lot of stickers on here. Some of them, like I could just peel this right off and nobody would know that I work for NASA. Like nobody would know. The stickers are harder to stick on there. It looks shinier versus this. Of course, you can tell the glossy finish. So that's a difference for sure. The finish on this is also probably more rugged as far as how long it will stand up. I'm not sure. I haven't had the US General for more than 3 days, so I don't know how long this will stand up. Next, let's talk about electrical outlets and the power drawer on the Series 3 that you've seen in the commercials probably, or other people have talked about. On my Husky, I have a outlet socket strip built in, like a factory Husky one, built into the side of the hutch here on the top. And then there's one on the side as well that you're gonna see in this B-roll. It is really nice having 2 power strips on a toolbox. It is really nice. So when I had this up next to on the wall next to my air compressor, I just plugged my air compressor into my toolbox. So the Husky has those 2. The US General has what is called a power drawer, I think is what they call it. It's one of those terms like you would see like a patent pending behind kind of thing. It has this really cool like belt thing that holds the power cord in, and you can see it unspool as you open the drawer up. It's kind of cool to watch. So you can fit your power tools in there. There's also USB-A and a USB-C port as well. I don't know the volts or the amps that they put out. I'm not sure. One thing I wanted to test is DeWalt. Well, because I use DeWalt because I'm a real boy. I don't use Milwaukee. I wanted to test the chargers, right? So the 6 amp charger, the quick charger, fits in here, and I have an 8 amp hour battery that I put on there and it wouldn't fit. But when I use the 4 amp hour battery, it would fit. So there are limitations to how big of a battery you can put in this. So if I wanted to charge the 8 amp hour battery, I'd have to put it on this smaller, shallower DeWalt charger. Let's just test it out right now, actually. Let's throw her in here, and it looks like it's gonna clear. Yeah, it's gonna clear. So you can only slow charge your big 8 amp hour batteries in this. And I don't know about the big 4-port DeWalt charger. I don't know how thick that is. If it's thicker than the 6 amp hour fast charger, then it's probably not gonna fit. All right, another thing to think about is this big label on the lid. The Husky is a much more subdued branding thing. There's one Husky badge over here that you could take off with an Allen wrench, and that's it. You can't really see the Husky logo up there because it's like embossed out, like just barely. And I'll show you some B-roll where you can see it, and then B-roll where you can't see it. It's very, very hidden, very subliminal. This is like US General, like it just shouts at you US General. So if you don't want your friends to think you're poor because they're buying a Harbor Freight Toolbox, then you could it is just a sticker. I mean, you could just take it off if you wanted, and I probably will. I mean, I just don't like that look. I don't like that font, I guess, maybe. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the black with the white. It's funny because I bought a black and white toolbox. Now, neither one of these have a magnetic surface or anything up there, I believe. Yeah, there's no magnetic anything up here. No. Neither with the Husky. One thing it does have in the hutch is it has a pass-through up there that you can take a little nut off, and there's a metal plate blocking it, but you can pass through a power strip and just secure it onto the side here, which is something you could do if you wanted a power strip up top. All right, so I decided to make this review because I didn't see anybody reviewing this top chest on the 56-inch. Everybody was just getting this hutch thing, which befuddles me. I don't know why you would want that. There were also a lot of details missing in the other reviews I saw. Like, for instance, when I was looking at the Husky, there were different Husky versions where the bottom was reinforced with metal tubing to screw the casters onto. And I was wondering, and I didn't know if the US General was the same way because nobody talked about it. So I got my special lens on, threw it underneath, and you can see it does have the reinforced tubing. It also does have bigger casters than the Husky. I don't know if that makes a huge difference. I know that plays into effect in the height. So it is about 1.5 inches taller at the bottom. So if you wanted to store some stuff underneath, you could. Let's count the drawers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 drawers. And then the Husky has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 drawers. So I'm missing 2 drawers on here, but this actually has more space in it than the Husky. They're both the same depth, but it's higher, as you can see. So there's more depth in the drawers, like depth. So you get these bigger drawers where, like, on here, your drawer, you have 3 drawers that are small. Here you have 3 small drawers and a big honkin' drawer right here. Same with this. So you have 3 regular sized drawers here. You have 3 regular sized drawers here and a big honker at the bottom. Think about all the things you could do with a big honker of a drawer. Oh, one con of the Harbor Freight US General 3, let me pan down here, that I found, and this could be just a initial issue. This bottom drawer, trying to get it open sucks. Let me show you. That takes a little bit of effort there, and I think it'll maybe loosen up over time, or I don't know if you have a General 3, let me know if yours was hard to open at the beginning too. I mean, it's rough. Or like these will just come right out. This will just come right out. This is like, there's some kind of something stopping it, and I don't know what it is. Another thing I noticed that was different in the construction design was these struts. The US General is at the bottom of the hutch lid at a slight angle to the middle of the hutch lid, where this one is at the top of the hutch lid going down to like the back of the side there. It's just a different angle. I don't know if one's gonna be better or not, I'm not sure. But mine's gonna sit against a wall forever, just sitting there with the hutch open. I'm never gonna close and open the hutch that I know of. I'm pretty pumped about this, probably just because it's new, but I'm really pumped about this wrench drawer. It's like having your sockets and wrenches is the main thing you need, and it sucks having your wrenches in a tiny drawer and your sockets in a nice big old drawer. The wrench drawer, I need it big, and US General did that. Now I'm gonna transfer all my tools over to my US General Series 3, and I'm gonna sell my Husky to a buddy for really cheap, so, you know, he's gonna be excited too. All right, guys, that is my review or comparison of these 2 toolboxes. Again, if you want me to make a dedicated video about this US General after I get all my tools and I've used it for a while, I will. Just comment down below if that's something you want. Also comment down below if you have any questions that I might be able to help you with I know I had like random questions like the tubing underneath. Was there tubing reinforced for the casters? Stuff like that that I didn't know that people weren't talking about. So if you have any questions about the toolbox, I'm not afraid to run out here to the garage and figure it out and then comment back to you. You can subscribe to the channel if you're into, like, if you just go look at my stuff that I work on, the cars I work on, and if you're into that, you can subscribe. If not, don't worry about it. If you liked the video at the end of this and it was valuable to you, hit the thumbs up. That helps me out. It helps other people out to get helped out by me, to help out, to help me out, to help them out. And it's a big helpful thing that we all do, right? All right, guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.